I tend to cut my hairs. So could be part of it.
I just let them be a part of my mustache, as you can tell.
Could be part of that there, Sasquatch. You don't even have a mustache. It's all nose hair.
Surprise. Everything you see here, it's nose hair.
And ear hair. Welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Bill.
I'm Josh. And today, folks, we have Redwood Empire Pipe Dream 101. This is a blend of their own distillate with some Indiana and Kentucky. You've heard some different...
we were thinking it was just their distillate.
I think their distillate is the Grizzly Beast, so the red label, and the Rocket Top, the green label, so a rye and a bourbon, and they're bottled in bond. Okay. And I think, so we have some more stuff back here. These haystack needles are their distillate.
Okay.
But the white labels, the black labels, those are still, at least the ones we have, are sourced.
Okay.
But you've heard some differing opinions on this one.
Just a couple, and it wasn't in a review, it was in a hunt. And talking about it, one was whiskier. He's out of Louisiana. And I'm pretty positive that was one of the ones that I saw. I can't recall the other one. So
I've heard a lot of good things about this. A little grain forward on the nose.
Yeah, it's a little grainy.
A little sourness on the nose.
Yeah. A little oak. A little bit of caramel.
Yeah, there's a nice little bit of sweetness underneath. But there was a very distinct sourness to this. This one, so I described the sourness as a Buffalo Trace when we did your What's That Bottle, the first one you got right. And then we had the Nulu Toasted. And I gave the sour oak, and that was a bad note. This is a good sour.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. So
it's kind of pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah, a little different.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. A little tiny bit of that sour oakiness on the finish.
I'm getting a bit of spice. Here's what's weird. I'm getting nothing down the center of my palate.
Really?
Everything I'm getting is on the sides.
Everything I'm getting is on the back palate.
Completely odd for me to get it that way.
I'm going to take another quick little small sip here. There's a little more complexity to it now.
Yeah, definitely getting the oak on the back of the palate.
Oak forward.
Yeah. Getting a little honey vanilla.
Very light on the sweetness on the front.
Getting some
fairly spicy.
Yeah, I'm trying to determine though, is the spice coming from the oak? And that's what I think it is.
I think so. I do think there's a little bit of like a clove sort of thing mixed in here.
Yeah, you've been on a clove kick recently.
Well, we were drinking Wild Turkey stuff. Wild Turkey does have distinctive clove notes for me, anyways.
It's very warming. It actually hits at a little higher than the 101.
Yes, it does.
Not a lot, but a little bit higher. 105, 110, somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
But it is
very thick in the glass.
It's thick on the palate. And speaking of thick, those of you that have not yet subscribed, how about hitting that subscribe button, that notification bell, and drop us a comment as well. Hit that like button. So
the man spoke. Now, I did just say off camera that I was going to stop dropping using a drop of water as often, but I feel like this one might require it.
I think this one needs it. Go ahead and drop me one too.
There you go.
Thank you.
We're going to try and only do this when we're having trouble picking up the subtleties.
And this is a fresh crack. We just...
Which is also probably a good thing for us.
Within the last 5 minutes, we just opened it.
It's probably a good thing for us to give it a fair shake.
Just going through and reorganizing the entire place, I realized we got a lot of fresh cracks to do. So
now I'm getting some citrus that goes along with that sour note.
Maybe a little orange peel, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely getting more of like a caramel or brown sugar or
there's some caramel,
something like that. It's a little more pronounced now.
It's almost more like a burnt sugar, like not brown sugar, like a burnt sugar.
Gotcha. Yep.
Getting a little more ethanol this time. My nose hairs are tickling.
Don't know that I'm getting that, but I tend to cut my hairs. So could be part of it.
I just let them be a part of my mustache, as you can tell.
Could be part of that there, Sasquatch. You don't even have a mustache. It's all nose hair.
Surprise. Everything you see here, it's nose hair.
And ear hair.
All right, let's give it a sip here. Much more mild on the flavors now. It kind of blended together better.
Yeah, I'm getting a definite spice now, though.
Yeah.
Just like a pepper. It's not
just
anything
a base
detailed,
pepper.
just a pepper. Tamp the oak down a bit. Not completely, but tamped it down a bit because it's actually coming in a little bit more now.
Really rolling in on the finish.
I would say it's a good pour.
Yeah. And I would classify this isn't something super special, something you look forward to having a pour of. I say this is something, your everyday sipper.
Yeah.
A solid, perfectly fine, nothing crazy exceptional about it. Just a good bottle to keep on your bar to sip.
And so I would call this a C to C minus.
I'm going to give it a C. Yeah.
And I was thinking C, but C minus. What's the price on it? $55.
Cannot remember. I think it was $50.
Yeah.
So maybe $10, $12 more expensive than the regular pipe dream. So if I were buying one of these, I would save the money and go with the 90 proof pipe dream. I think it might even be a little better.
Yeah.
So
but this is also different because they're experimenting. They've got some of their own stuff in it. They've got some MGP. They've got some Kentucky, wherever that's from. So.
Probably Bourbon or Heaven Hill. They're the only two distillers that really sell barrels. So anyway. I'm not disappointed. I think this is kind of what I expected it to be.
Well, and it's different for us, I think, because of what we do this for.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it to inform.
Absolutely.
And to educate ourselves.
Educate and inform.
So I think it's a little bit different from that standpoint. It's not something that I would pick up, to your point.
We have so much here that at this point we pick up something new if we want to try something.
If we're not filming, I'm doing a couple of pours a night and I'm just hitting stuff. And generally I'll just hit stuff we've already hit.
80% of what I own is here. So
yeah.
I sip on my 4 bottles of Eagle Rare.
So he drinks what's those?
Russell's 10 is a pretty one I go back to just because it's $45. It's easy. It's at every liquor store everywhere. You can always find it.
Like me, I've said this forever or for a while now. If I could only drink one thing for the rest of my life, I would. But the one thing that I continually go back to all the time is Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah,
didn't see that coming, did you?
No, I was not ready for that. I will have to bleep that though. YouTube does not like that. Oh boy. If you told me I could only drink one thing for the rest of my life and it had to be like under $30, it's Wild Turkey 101 every day. All day.
I don't even have to qualify it.
If you tell me any bottle in existence for the rest of my life, I'm picking something nice.
So, like a good bourbon, our videos get better with time.
And as always, take care of yourselves.